We got to episode 30. Today is episode 30. Cheers. I think that's a milestone. Did not think that would happen so quickly. Another thing about just focusing on the reps and enjoying the process, because the time's going to pass anyway. I think it's this game that we play with ourselves that still blows my mind. And I think it's this very odd... It was that Naval quote again. I'm pretty sure I said it last week or the week before. It was something about wanting to find permanence within such an impermanent world and needing to find that control. Because again, even when you start to get into rhythms, things take you off those cycles. I remember one of the reels that I found on Instagram that I absolutely loved. It cracked me up so much and I felt so seen and so heard. And it was just something along the lines of, I need routine. Because if I don't have routine, I don't get things done. And then if I have too much routine, I need spontaneity. And I need, chaos to bring in the magic. But then if I have too much chaos, I need routine. It's like these big ebbs and flows of how we all function. I do think one of the hardest things is the external, internal looking, right? Because you've got to, it almost takes looking outside yourself to see what other people are doing, to see if there's something inside yourself that you can identify with that lights you up. It's almost like we're scanning for these things that go, yes, this, not this, not this, yes, this, not this. But at the end of the day, nobody else's framework is going to fit us, overlap 100%. It's always going to need that custom tweaking. And it makes me laugh that the answers are within, the direction and the compass is within. But we're trying to find like the one key or the one secret or the one thing from outside. Oh, the more I talk about it, the more I keep coming back to that pillars. Mental health, physical health, soul health. We've got 3 things that we are responsible for. And nobody else can do those reps for us. Nobody else can do the contemplating for us. Nobody else can do the idea generation for us. No one can do the movement for us to take care of our bodies. Nobody can do the hobbies for us that lights up our soul or that sparks that creativity that can't be done for us. I don't know if it's because we've just now merged into more of a consumer society. Because if we're always just consuming, it's not leaving too much room for creating. And then if you consume too much, especially like I've said before with the rabbit holes that we all go down, like we forget that the worlds that we've been engulfed in on our phones, not a lot of people have that same equation going on in their algorithms. Like, it's the worlds within worlds. That was a funny thought I had this weekend. It was because obviously the World Cup's on at the moment, right? And then hearing people say the world's leading this or the world's leading that. I find that such an arrogant title. It got sparked because I saw another Instagram reel of this guy that had done a video of someone who had posted on LinkedIn. They'd posted a post that said, I am a world-renowned AI specialist on something. That is all. Thank you for your attention. That was a LinkedIn post that he put up. And then later that day, typed in leading expert in XYZ, and the AI generated SEO, which now comes up, right, as that first thing, found the post on his LinkedIn brought that up to the top of the page, and then proceeded to find more evidence as to why this person was the world's leading AI specialist. And he literally just wrote it in a post. I am the world's leading this. And a girlfriend of mine tried that the other week as well. Put that as like a specialist in the field in the class. And the SEO that comes up when you then search the name puts you at the top. Which one I think is pretty cool. Because obviously it means that the more writing and the more keywords and the more SEO and the more targeted stuff that you've got into your things, the more searchable you are. But the fact that you can just write that and get ranked and have that come up in Google, like, it's hard enough as it is already separating what's right from wrong or what's false from true. And when we're not constantly questioning everything, and it's hard because it's exhausting to question everything. But with AI now, what you're Google searching is pulling from, it's just pulling from threads that anybody could have written anything. Again, I still think the world-renowned title is very egotistical, because at any given point there are people that have no clue who you are. Tying back again into the world within worlds, I mean, there are famous people within my creator world and creator sphere that my friends know about and are a big person on this realm's radar, if you want to call it that. Talk to somebody else over there and say, oh, have you heard of Dan Coe? And no clue. Dude's got millions and millions of followers, made so much impact. And, there are people that have no idea he exists. Same with everybody else. Like, world renowned. World renowned who? I understand the World Cup. When different countries are competing and when different places from around the world come together to compete and there seems to be something and then there's a title of world something. But I found it even like looking at some of the entrepreneurial groups here over the last 3-4 years, and there are some little pockets of people, and especially now, I guess, seeing the LinkedIn side of thing, because LinkedIn's very much about credentials and awards and showcasing some of that sort of stuff. I mean, I don't like to play that game, but there seems to be like an entire area of award giving that doesn't, like, I can't really tell if the person's just collecting awards or if they've actually done good enough work. Because I've seen these things, I mean, I know in Hong Kong specifically, and I'm pretty sure it's the same elsewhere, where you can pay to get an award. There's like a whole industry of that. And I don't know if that falls into then, again, that world of credentials and feeling like you need a degree or a certificate or a diploma or a this to be any of importance to anybody. And again, in certain fields, yes, you do need those certifications as baseline qualifications to then get on that track to becoming whatever it is you are in that field. But just like with personal training, just like with anything else, there's one thing getting a certificate. There's another thing then the human behind that, if they're going to stay in research, learning, and development mode. Like, yeah, I think that was something that I found very interesting during my personal training years as I was going through picking up new certificates. I thought by getting qualified in certain things, I'd feel more confident to do certain things. And the qualification will get you a certain part of the way there with the knowledge, but nothing then prepares you for real life contact and for anomaly case human beings, which you will come up against, and irritating people and lovely people and stress testing with reality. I don't know. But kind of coming back to that, I need routine and then I need space and then I need routine. I think something that's just, I wouldn't say delayed my process, because again, I think everything honestly is happening at very interesting timing right now. So I don't like to say late or, yeah, everybody's journey, they learn it when they need to. And then it's on you to put the reps in to make sure that it comes into fruition. So it's not late, but it's the getting in front of real people and seeing what the work is really like to see whether or not you really want to turn it into a business is more important than the planning and the, what word am I looking for? I don't know. I found a nasty trick is that like everything is underwhelming. And the reason that it takes so long sometimes is that because I know for myself, I felt like I was almost trying to glamorize or glorify, or like it needed to be this big thing. And that just kind of kept pushing the benchmark away. I don't know. I think when you start to get into the thick of all of this, you realize, like, again, it's never one thing. Stuff kind of forms as you go through it. So, like a semblance of a plan, enough of a skill set and qualification, and a want and desire to help people is enough to get started. An offer with a link for people to pay you is enough to get started. A consulting offer with a link is enough to get started. Usually, wherever you're at, you have enough to get started. You have enough. I genuinely think if you've made it to 30, 35, definitely if you're in your 40s, you've done enough of certain trial through fire things that life just throws at you that you can help impart some sort of wisdom to whoever is two steps behind that. I think we've talked about it before, but that's that interesting, like, building to serve your shadow. If you don't know where to start, because again, not always serving your shadow is the way forward. Because, like, my clients aren't a shadow of what I was. Maybe in terms of their marketing knowledge. I don't know. I keep trying to reconcile that. I keep trying to, like, figure out, because especially with personal brands, right? You are the niche, and I'll still stand by my three pillars with, as a personal brand, you are allowed to talk about your mental health, your physical health, and then your creativity or your offer or whatever it is that you are building. Those three things come into play because as a human being, usually it takes those three things in order for everything to start building to a point of some sort of looking castle semblance of a business instead of just it looking like mud piles. I don't think you can go into business without training your mind, or then realizing that in order to have a clear mind, your body is a gateway to that. And there's a reason why the very successful people have made sure that their health is a priority, not just for their thinking, but for also longevity in terms of the business, life, enjoyment, and all the things that come down the line with that. I wonder if it's the, because I had the thought that it's always been this, it's this passive movement of this passive income that kind of lulled everybody into a false sense of security for a long time. And now people are chasing that and then wondering why, when they don't get that, it's not working. I think so much more of business is actively involved. Oh, excuse me. Before you get to the point where it can be passively managed. And even then, passively managed, I still feel is the wrong word, because unless you've actually hired the right people and you've put in the training and you've put in the contingencies, just setting it and forgetting it in the world that we live in nowadays, where things are iterating and developing on such a rapid speed, I just don't think we're in the luxury of that business anymore. I think passive in terms of creating digital assets and then creating the funnels and the breadcrumbs that lead towards sales coming in over time, that can compound over time because you've built that pathway, those can start to turn into passive things. But I find it amazing how people, even when they're looking at, like, say, scaling or this, it's like they want to delegate immediately and drop the ball, but they've not even baked in the time to allow the training or the errors or the failures of the person that they're bringing on. And again, having that, I guess, longer term vision of that, you know, year one is them getting their training wheels on. Year two is them really figuring out the business. Year three is them really getting into the flow of things. Year four is them really taking, you know, their own accountability for things, because they've seen the cycles, they've seen the seasons, they've seen the people, they've seen the infrastructure, they've seen how the owner operates, they've seen. I just think these short time frames, and again, nothing wrong with short time frames because it works both ways. Like, you could have an idea in the morning, get it out in the afternoon, and make, you know, whatever you want by the evening if you have those right distribution channels. And again, if you've created something that lines up so quickly as a no-brainer offer for people, but that then, in order to do that process and get comfortable with that process, you have to have done that process often enough as well. And you know, even building your own stuff and building your own cycles and building your own rhythms of launches or testing or this or that. Like, so much of this is personalized. And I don't know, again, like, this is where that three groups of people come in, right? But even that sometimes takes a while to put into place. Like, having your mentors, making sure that you have peers in your group that are actually peers, not just people that you end up helping that are saying that they're peers, and then clients that you are actually helping that aren't peers, that are on that different level. So you're testing your knowledge and your skill set. You have people to keep you sane at your level and keep you moving forward, and, you know, talk through the behind the scenes stuff that you don't talk through with clients, that you talk through with other peers, and then mentors to ask questions, to, you know, shine lights on the areas that are fucking scary and where you're going not wrong, but I guess where you are not looking, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know, and that's another whole rabbit hole that you can dive down. And I think it's very difficult. I feel like the balance that a lot of people are looking for isn't the balance of work and play. It's the balance of consume and create. It's the balance of learn and test. It's the balance of, yeah, check in with the mentors, but then also go do the reps. Because if you get stuck in the learning, the reps aren't getting done, but time is passing and you feel like you're doing. And then to implement takes its own cycle of time. So if you've spent 6 months learning and not implementing, then that's 6 months gone on a journey that you feel like you've started. And then you're already feeling behind for having not started, but it's taken you 6 months to kind of catch up on the baseline of the information to even then start to get started. But then it's going to take you 6 months to fumble along through that. Yeah, it's very interesting. I find it very interesting. Again, just the way that we play these games with our brains, and the way that, you know, even looking at like what I've done in the last cycle, it's like I had to go so in the opposite direction of trying to get so much free time and so much space into my life that I was then, I think I told you guys in one of the other weeks, that I've then started to kick into that gear where I was almost then guilty again for having free time. And so I was filling it with things. And so it was like, no, if you're just going to fill it with shitty little things, fill it with something that's a bit more bread and butter, feet on the ground kind of work, so that you're not just going back into that same spiral. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Good morning. Still getting used to these early mornings. But it's nice that I have a little rhythm to kind of film these before I head in, and then I can upload them throughout the day, and then that kind of works as my content waterfall. I work backwards from that in terms of my newsletter and my posts and get those out and ready as well. But the rhythms, the frameworks, everything, you still have to test. You still have to find your own rhythms. You still have to find your own curiosities. You still have to find your own interests and your own likes. And I think if I can give any advice to anybody that's watching this now, it's like listen to yourself more and just trust that it's okay to chill and play and things aren't so serious. I think honestly, this is the hardest part, is that usually people come into the online world when they're in that desperate state, or they try and make a change when they're in that desperate state, and then they wonder why it's not working because they're trying to white knuckle their way through. Oh gosh, this Lady Grey tea isn't waking me up at all. And you're trying to white knuckle your way through everything, and then everything gets harder, and then you don't know why, and it like kicks everything off in the wrong space. But I understand how counterintuitive it feels when you're in it and you feel like you're drowning, for the opinions and the advice to get is take a break and stop. I honestly think it's the training. It's such a big part of it. Like if you don't have a regular walking routine or anything, even if it's just going for little walks, what are you doing? Like if you're not taking care of your body and moving your body, we live in these things. And there's so much untapped energy and potential within it that just needs moving around and circulating with the help of being physical. And it doesn't take a lot. Something I always loved about James Smith, personal trainer, online coach, he also has his YouTube Academy, business stuff now, and has gone and done Nocco and everything with Chris Williams. And even he says, he's like, I'm the laziest person there is. It's like, I want to do stuff that allows me to have naps every day, spend time with my missus and my son. And it's like, I would rather take the slow route and do it and build it up over time that has the compound effect than take away the lifestyle that you want to build it. And again, I think that sometimes puts people into the sense that there aren't those seasons of intensity and then easing back off. And I think maybe that's it as well. It's this always it needing to be one thing forever indefinitely. I need to get it to a point where it's passive and I can set it and forget I need to get it to a point where this is it, and then I just do the same thing. And it's like even in fitness, if you do that, you plateau. And when you hit a plateau, you've got to shake it up, and then it's like when you're overworked, you need a holiday, but after 2, 3, 4 days in a holiday, you're feeling antsy to get back to work again. And so it really is then taking that step back further and going, okay, where are these cycles? Because I can't be go, 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 otherwise I'll go, 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 and then kaput. But I also can't be so damn relaxed that nothing's fucking happening. And then you're wondering why things aren't happening. And it's like, well, because we're just chilling. So yeah, different seasons, just like it's never summer all the time, just like it's never winter all the time. We have to go through those different seasons to change, to then have the leaves, to then have them have their hibernation, to then come again for the next year, to then have the. It's like, how do you make this sustainable in the long term? And usually, whatever it is you're doing right now, there are elements that are not sustainable in the long term, whether that's holding off ones or whether that's push, push, push ones. Definitely where it becomes very much unique as well. And this is why I will always keep like one-on-one rosters and one-on-one clients, because I do like working at that very, very individual level. It's one thing to help a group with something, that's fine, but being in so many groups and so many communities, it's you can again get lost in it, but then again, it's on you to find the right mentors, right? To find the right people that have done what it is you think you want to do at that point, and then allow them to teach you how to do that, and then see if it's something that you like, and then, you know, go again. But keep checking back in with yourself. I think there's that odd, this person's formula will fix it, and then everything will be fine, and then this person's thing will fix it, and everything will be fine. And it's like, everything might be fine for a while, but then what about the next bit? What about the next bit? And I think that's where the learning the critical thinking, learning to listen to yourself, learning to, seek guidance and counsel from the right people, and then finding the right clients to test it on, and reminding yourself, it's like, is this the right product, or is this, are people saying no because it's the right thing, or are people saying no because I've not articulated it correctly? Like, there's so many moving pieces, but I genuinely believe that if you're going to be building something online for yourself, if it is not connecting to your core, and if you are just going in it for the sake of the money, it will self-implode, especially if you've tried that before. So then it's the work on your worth, your value, your creativity, to remind yourself that you're going to build something that will allow people to find you. And over time, it will do what it needs to do. And in the meantime, make sure that you're sorted so that you're not in survival mode, so that you can actually enjoy your time off to create and allocate that time to train. And it's not, you're not spending that hour going, I should be making money, I should be doing something else, I should be working on my business. It's like, no, it all plays a part into how everything else functions and survives. And so keeping those balls jug balls juggling, again, it doesn't always have to be balanced all the time. There may be more of a season where the push is on the business or the creative, and more of a season where it's on the mindset, and more of a season where it's on the body, and more of a season, but making sure that they're all being looked after and all being taken care of. So many things. Anyway, on that note, I gotta go. Have an amazing Monday out there, guys. And episode 30. I think that's a pretty cool milestone. Looking forward to getting this week sorted as well. Speak to you soon.